Hello everybody, welcome to KPIS Delhi's CARE Initiative, Current Affairs through Reverse Engineering. These are the articles that we'll be seeing today. Women legal rights compared to men. What is the context? The context of this article is that there was a report released by World Bank, that is Women, Business and the Law 2024. Okay, whenever you're reading reports, the title, the authority that is releasing the report and the statistics are important. Coming to the statistics part, what does the report say? The report says that globally, women have only 2/3 or 64% of the legal rights enjoyed by men, which is significantly lower than the previous estimates of 77% for women's rights. This is the first one. The second one is that the report emphasizes that eliminating discriminatory laws and practices hindering women from working or starting businesses could lead to a more than 20% increase in the global GDP. Okay, so this is at a global level. Now, what has India seen here? India's rank in terms of women's legal rights has marginally improved to 113. Its rank is 113. Okay, and it scored 74.4%. In 2021, the rank was 122. In 2022, it was 125. And in 2023, it was 126. Okay, so past 3 years, the ranks were declining. However, in this year, it has marginally improved. In India, women have 60% of the legal rights compared to men, which is slightly below the global average of 64.2%. That is 2/3. Okay, so this is slightly below the global average. Despite this one, India outperforms its South Asian counterparts, where women have only 46% of legal protections enjoyed by men. Consider the following statements with reference to World Bank Group report. According to the report released by World Bank Group, globally, women have only 2/3 of legal rights enjoyed by men. Yes, that is 64%. The report is titled Women, Business and Law 2024. This is also a correct statement. The report estimates improvements in women's rights could increase global GDP by more than 20%. This is also correct. So, which of the following above statements are correct? It is D, 1, 2 and 3, right? Now, two of the schemes launched by Government of India for women's development are Swadhar and Swayam Siddha. As regards difference between them, consider the following statements. This question we've dealt in detail yesterday, right? Swayam Siddha is for holistic empowerment of women, right? And Swadhar is for those in difficult circumstances. Okay, for those women in difficult circumstances. So, this statement is wrong. Swayam Siddha is implemented through local self-government bodies or reputed voluntary organizations, whereas Swadhar is implemented through the ICDS units. No. Swadhar is implemented through different ministries like Women and Child Development and Ministry of Social Justice. So, this is also wrong. D is the answer. Artificial intelligence expanding carbon footprint. What is carbon footprint? Carbon footprint is the amount of greenhouse gases, including carbon dioxide and methane, that are generated by our actions. Okay, now we are talking about artificial intelligence and its carbon footprint. So the context is that the artificial intelligence, while it holds a promising potential in assisting with the climate crisis, its energy demands pose a significant challenge that can elevate the problem of climate change. What does that mean? See, the emissions stemming from the infrastructure that is supporting artificial intelligence, for example, the data centers, to maintain these data centers, we need energy, right? And this maintenance is actually causing high carbon footprint. Therefore, this artificial intelligence has a dual role as both the part of problem and the part of solution also. Artificial intelligence can actually help in mitigating the climate change crisis. However, maintaining artificial intelligence is actually causing increase in this greenhouse gases and is causing global warming. So it is part of the problem and also the part of the solution. All right. So what can we do about it? We can change the approach that is used to build the AI. What are those approaches? There are two things. One is SNNS. What is the spiking neural networks? And second one is lifelong learning. See, these terms can come as a standalone questions in your preliminary examinations. Spiking neural networks, recently in news, is related to human brain or say disease detection or something like that. It is related to artificial intelligence. All right. Now, what are these spiking neural networks? Spiking neural networks represent an energy efficient alternative to traditional artificial neural networks, offering up to 280 times greater energy efficiency, and they are inspired by brain's communication via electrical signals. And this SNNS consume energy only when spikes occur. So they will minimize the overall energy requirement. All right. Whereas lifelong learning strategies aim to mitigate the energy demands of ANNS over their lifetime by enabling sequential training on multiple tasks without forgetting the previous knowledge. Okay. So this will aid SNNS, and SNNS will aid the artificial intelligence system to be more energy efficient. All right. Which of the following statements are correct? Spiking neural networks represent an energy efficient alternative to traditional artificial neural networks. This is true. AI is both a contributor to and potential solution for climate change. This is also true. As I mentioned, it is part of both the problem and the solution. All right, so C is the answer. Now, with the present state of development, artificial intelligence can effectively do which of the following? It will bring down electricity consumption in industrial units. Yes. Create meaningful short stories and songs. This is also correct because there were articles. I am AI and Daddy's car, So with these names, it has actually created some content. All right. Now, disease diagnosis, yes. Text to speech conversion, yes. Wireless transmission of electrical energy using magnetic resonance, yes. So all the 5 statements are right. Green jobs and gender disparity. Now, what are green jobs? According to International Labour Organization, green jobs are decent jobs that contribute to preserve, restore the environment, be they in traditional sectors such as manufacturing, construction, or in new emerging green sectors such as renewable energy and energy efficiency. Okay, so green jobs are nothing but the jobs that contribute to preserving and restoration of the environment, and they can be across any sector such as manufacturing, construction, or emerging green sectors such as renewable energy and energy efficiency. And what does ILO opine? ILO says that these green jobs actually help to improve energy and raw material efficiency. They limit the greenhouse gases, they minimize the waste and pollution, they protect and restore the ecosystems, and they support adaptation to the effects of climate change. Okay, so even if you get a question in mains, the definition part and the advantages are here. All right. Now, what is the context of the article? The context is that India's aspiration for low carbon development includes this prospect of creating 35 million green jobs by 2047. Okay. See, this is fine. But what does ILO say? ILO is saying that there is an issue in this. What is the issue? It is underscoring a troubling gender gap. Gender gap in sectors like manufacturing, construction, renewable energy and energy efficiency and automobiles. It is saying that the transition should happen with gender parity, not with gender disparity. And ILO also mentions with statistics that the training for green skills, 85% of training was imparted to men, while over 90% of women perceived social norms as limiting their participation in green job training. So ILO is actually alerting the nations, saying that please recognize the importance of role of women in realizing co-benefits of low carbon economy, and it is imperative to address the gender biases and improve women's participation in green jobs. All right. Consider the following statements with reference to green jobs in India. India's ambition for low carbon development aims to create 35 million green jobs by 2047. This is correct. That is the context, right? In the training of green skills, 85% of the training was imparted to men, while over 90% of women perceive social norms as limiting their participation in green job training. This is also what ILO has said, right? Now, which of the above statements are incorrect? Both the statements are correct, so D is the answer, neither one nor two. Which of the following gives Global Gender Gap Index rankings to the countries of the world? It is World Economic Forum. Some basics about World Economic Forum. It is headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland, and it was formed in Jan 1971. And what are the other reports that this World Economic Forum is giving? One is the Global Risks Report, Global Gender Gap Report, Global Competitiveness Report, Regional Risks for Doing Business, Future of Jobs Report, then Future of Production Report, Travel and Tourism Competitiveness Index, and Inclusive Development Index. Okay, so please be thorough with all the reports that this organization is giving. India's first under-river metro tunnel in Kolkata. Honorable PM has inaugurated the first ever under-river metro tunnel in Kolkata. That is the context. All right. And this first ever under-river metro rail transportation will ply under the mighty river of Hooghly. All right. And the length of the river crossing is 520 meters, that is half a kilometer, and the internal diameter for each tunnel is around 5.55 meters. And this tunnel under the river is 32 meters below the riverbed. And this metro train will actually take less than a minute to cover this distance, providing them with a one-of-kind experience. And once the stretch is open, Howrah will be the deepest metro station of the country, as it will be 33 meters below the surface. And this is a new move in urban transportation, right? Now, if we see some statistics which are very important for preliminary examination, the first metro rail started its commercial services in the very city of Kolkata in the year 1984, and in Delhi it was started in the year 2002. And later other metro cities also adopted this method. Alright, and as per census 2011, more than 31% of the population is living in urban areas, and this is expected to grow over 40%, that is nearly 60 crore in 2031. And that's why making urban transportation available to all the people, accessible to all the people, is very, very important. And for prelims, some basics about Hooghly River will also become very important. The Hooghly River is also known as Bhagirathi Hooghly and Katiganga rivers. It is 260 kilometers long, and as you all know that it is distributary of Ganges River. And you should also know that Hooghly's majority of water comes from the Farakka feeder canal instead of natural water. This is very, very important. What are the important cities near the Hooghly River? One is Jiaganj, Azimganj, The other one is Murshidabad and Baharampur. Consider the following statements with regards to metro services. India's first metro rail started its commercial services in Delhi in 2002. No, Delhi 2002 is correct, but the first metro rail started in Kolkata. Alright, as per 2011 census, more than 50% of the population of India is living in urban areas. It is not more than 50%, it is more than 31%. So this is wrong. Which of the above statements is are correct? So both the statements are incorrect, so D is the answer. India's first pure green hydrogen plant commissioned in Jorhat in Assam. Now, what is green hydrogen? Green hydrogen is produced by electrolysis of water using renewable energy. Alright, and the hydrogen produced is called green hydrogen because the source of electricity is renewable energy. Alright. Over 1,000 Indians crossed into UK illegally in 2023. Indians have become the second largest migrant group crossing the English Channel illegally. And the share of illegal Indian migrants aged between 18 and 29 has notably increased, comprising close to 60% of the total number of illegal Indian migrants in 2023. And why are they doing so? To evade work visa restrictions and to work in the underground economy. That's what the experts are opining. And what is the convention that is dealing with this? International Convention on the Protection of Rights of All Migrant Workers and Members of Their Family. It was adopted in the year 1990 by UN General Assembly with a 45 on 158 resolution, and it desired to establish norms which may contribute to harmonization of the attitudes of the states through the acceptance of basic principles concerning the treatment of migrant workers and members of their families. So why are we discussing this one here? It's because in UK it is a political issue, immigration of illegal migrants. Okay, so, and there is a UK illegal migration bill that is already in place, and when it is passed it will become a law. So we need to discuss about these international conventions and what are they saying. Article 93 of the convention says that the state has to provide protection to the recognized migrants, and Article 9 states that there is right to life of migrant workers and members of their families, and it shall be protected by law. What demographic trend has been observed among illegal Indian migrants attempting to reach the UK in 2023? Increase in migrants aged 30 and above? No. Stable distribution across age groups? No. Significant increase in migrants aged 18 to 29? This is correct. Which of the above statements are incorrect? 1 and 2 are incorrect. A is the answer. Consider the following pairs, region often mentioned on news and the country. Anatolia and Turkey. Yes, this is correct. This pair is correct. And this is a point where the continents of Asia and Europe meet. Okay, so this is correct. And second one is Amhara. It is related to Ethiopia, northern Ethiopian region. This is also correct. Cabo Delgado, Spain. It is not Spain, it is Mozambique. Okay, this region is an ethnic stronghold of Makonde tribe. Alright, so this is Mozambique. 3 is wrong. Catalonia is not Italy, it is related to Spain. Okay, so only 2 pairs are right. BrahMos missile in news. The context is that Indian Navy's defense arsenal is bolstered by rupees 19,000 crore acquisition of 200 BrahMos extended range supersonic cruise missiles for warships, and it was approved by Cabinet Committee on Security CCS. See, BrahMos extended range missile is a 2-stage missile with a solid propellant booster as the first stage, and then first stage it will have what? Solid propellant booster, and then the second stage it will have liquid fuel fired ramjet engine and that will power the missile beyond supersonic speed. All right. And it will operate on fire and forget principle. That is, the missile can hit the target without external intervention after its launch. Carrying a conventional warhead of 200 to 300 kgs, the BrahMos ER, like its predecessor, has a cruising altitude of up to 15 kilometers and also can go as low as 10 meters. Okay, now this BrahMos supersonic cruise missile testing was founded in the year 1998, and BrahMos Aerospace is a joint venture between India's Defense Research and Development Organization, that is DRDO, and Russia's Military Industrial Consortium, NPO. And you should also know that India holds a stake of 50.5% in this venture, while the Russia holds 49.5 share. Alright, and the first successful test of BrahMos supersonic cruise missile took place on May 22nd, 2013. Consider the following statements with reference to BrahMos missile. The BrahMos is a short-range ramjet supersonic cruise missile that can be launched only in air-to-air. No, it can only air-to-air is wrong, because it can be launched from submarines, ships, aircraft or land. And BrahMos is a universal long-range supersonic cruise missile, not a short-range. So this is wrong. It is a joint venture between Russian Federation and India's ISRO. It is not ISRO, it is DRDO. Alright, so which of the above statements these are correct? Neither one, nor two. Consider the following statements about BrahMos missile. It has been developed through a joint collaboration between India and Russia. This is correct. It is one of the fastest supersonic cruise missiles in the world with a maximum speed of Mach 4. This is also correct. So both 1 and 2 are correct. What is Mach number? Mach number is the ratio of object speed in that medium to the speed of sound in that medium. Okay, speed of sound in that medium. Now what is Mach 1? Mach 1, if this is the definition of Mach number, Mach 1 will translate to what? Speed of the sound. Okay, so please be very thorough with the definitions part. This is it for today. All the best.